According to timeanddate.com, it is 25 minutes past 10 p.m. Today is today is Friday. Yeah, this is my TGIF. It's Friday, the 27th of September, 2024. You're listening to Dearest Diamond, a Diamond's memoir. My name is Diamond, and drumroll, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for indulging me and, just being excited with me. It has been a long week. And so, without much ado, guys, I'm wearing jacket. Let me take it off. Yeah. Without much ado, we're going to start. Ooh.
Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the because
Let me get comfortable. Yes. And we're here. Look, before we get into it, guys, before we get into it, today's a good day. Today has been good. I think I've had a productive week. Especially work wise. Not there's like you work for someone else's business, you make money, they'll pay you, but it's not as fulfilling as when you do something that's for yourself. So I, I have something written at the entrance of my house. It's like, when you get back from work, work for yourself. So a lot of times after I have done my 9 to 5 and all of that, if I don't do something that is just absolutely for me, I feel like I haven't been productive and I haven't done much. So, however busy this week has been, which it has been quite busy, I still am happy about today because I get to be here. I get to do something for myself, something that I absolutely love. Not that I don't love my job, I do. But, like I said, I'm making money for another man's business. So, this is my business. Not making money, but I love it. So yeah, welcome. Tell me, how have you been? How has your day been? This is so in my show, in this podcast show, I count the years from my birthday. So I started my podcast on my birthday, so the beginning of our year in the Dearest Diamond community is always my birthday, which is February 24th. So from then until now, I think this is like the 30 something week from we're like 4 years old, guys. We started in 2021, so 2022, 2023. Oh no, we're three, we're not four. So yeah, it's like, and I always like try to title the audio episode so it's like week 30 something, and yeah, wherever I am in that particular year. So welcome, guys, welcome. What is weird shit that you do? I don't know, I like to tie things to things, so it's always like, oh yeah, let's call this because this happened here. I like to tie memories to particular things that have happened, or tie whatever. So yeah, and we're going to go straight to drinking because I'm thirsty, guys. What are you drinking with me? Today we have, this wine is called, I think I've had it before, and it's a sweet white sparkling wine. I think all the other times that we've drank wine, it has always just been red wine. So today we have sparkling wine, and it's called La Scala. I think it's kind of like on the sweet side. It's a spumante. I hope I'm saying it well. It's spelled Spumante. There's a spumante or a spumante. I'm not sure. It's an Italian type sparkling white wine. Yeah. So join me, guys. What are you drinking? You want to tell me in the comments what you're doing, what you're up to, how your week was. Thanks for everyone who has indulged so far in previous episodes. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I do not for once take you for granted. I'm very grateful, very appreciative. I believe that time is the most expensive thing, and so if you're willing to share your time with me, indulge me, means a lot to me. So thank you. I'm really really hoping, I'm trying to like make sure that this shit doesn't like explode, so I'm trying to be careful. Okay. And woo! Yay, today idiom four. Whoop whoop. I get it. Yeah. Ooh. Cheers, guys. What are you celebrating? You know, every time we pop a bottle of wine, we're being thankful, we're celebrating, we're you know, looking deep and just trying to look more carefully as to what is something that we just want to say thank you for. I know that life is life. Adulting is adulting. There's not always, of course, every day comes with its challenges. Every day comes with its own share amount of stress. But there's always something to just look at and say, okay, you know what? Because of this, I'm popping today. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm drinking my Fanta. I'm drinking my water. I'm happy. Just an intentional thing, literally. This thing that I do is just setting an intention. So you know how like when you want to start your yoga practice, you set an intention for that practice. So as we are about to speak today, we set an intention. And that's why we put it was so for me, this week, I'm thankful because it's the end of the quarter. So at work, I have like two KPIs at the beginning of the quarter. So KPIs are key performance indexes. We set like two, and then we have like deliverables outside of the KPIs. And all usually there's like all the other work you have to do outside of these KPIs and deliverables. And at the end of the quarter is always like a scramble. Oh, we haven't met this and that. And so, but this quarter, I like a lot of other quarters, but I was able to meet my two KPIs, did good. Also had like out of three of my deliverables, I was able to meet two, and I've also been able to set intention for the coming quarter. So that's what I'm celebrating today. Work's being good, and then I'm here also. Fourth episode. I'm so happy. Cheers, guys. Mm. Mm, this wine is good. You guys, I have tea and Benita in the studio here today. I didn't mention. You guys, where's your cup? Come and share wine with me. Come and drink with me. Sorry, I already forgot. I've already started drinking before I pour for you people. I answer me now. Thank you. Hi. You're already showing that one. I don't know why you're trying to hide. Ooh, thank you. See, you're not having some. T, my producer. Fine girl. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay. Okay, so you guys take pictures and send to me in the comments. Show me what you're drinking. Like, I cannot be the only one drinking something. And like I said, I'm just thankful generally. It's been a good week. It's been a good past month. Is it too sweet? Don't like it. Mm. Okay, today we're going to jump right into it. Excuse me. I'm not going to talk too much. So I had asked T that what can I like add to like my podcast and stuff. So it's just not like, me coming and talking and stuff. And I wanted to like show clips in between. And then she's like, oh yeah, you record like BTS when you're going to go shopping for like if you want to like clothes that you want to wear, or like what you're just doing the day before you come to the to the studio, or the day of the day of your recording or whatever. And so yesterday, my intention was to take you guys like to record while I go by, because I went shopping. I went to There's this store called Winners where they sell like they sell nice stuff, but it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, like different stores that have clothes. I think they like, when they're like done selling, or they want to like take out their old stock, they sell it to Winners, and then Winners. So you go to Winners and you buy like really good clothing line for like fair prices. You get them like I got this Zara joggers for like $15 or something like that. So you get those kind of good deals at Winners, and I like to shop there because they have variety. Canadian stores can be very fucking boring, and they don't have good fashion. Like, their fashion lines are very minimalist, I would say. I don't even know if minimalist is the word. It's just very, I'm sorry, in my opinion, boring. So Winners has like a fair deal when it comes to, anyway, fashion. So yeah, and absolutely where I'm going with this story is that I absolutely forgot. I left my house, I went, I had a good time shopping, buying shit, And I only remember today when I was thinking about it, like, oh yeah, I was supposed to do this. I had had my whole day and completely forgotten about it. So yeah, guys, I'm sorry, but no BTS for you. You're stuck with me. I'm stuck with my face. Enjoy it. So yeah, no, no. Let's jump right into it. Today I have something really interesting that I think I want to share with you. You know how I was talking about how like I had KPIs and all of that for the quarter. So there's something that I noticed that companies do, and I think I really like it, or at least the company I work with. So you know how like companies go into a new year and they already have goals and objectives and initiatives that they intend to accomplish that year. Sometimes it's like, oh, they want to increase their revenue by like 50%, or they want to increase, certain maybe staff engagements by like, so they have certain, it's called key strategic initiatives, and then they have certain objectives that they try to align with those initiatives per department to be able to meet those. Something I find very interesting is that by the end of quarter three, so like we're in 2024, and by the end of September, they're already like, these plans are already being rolled out, and they're being rolled out for 2025. And I find that very interesting. It's like some serious forward planning. And however much I know that sometimes, life happens to us at an individual level and we probably wouldn't be able to have that level of planning. But I was thinking that, maybe I could just do the same for myself. And so I started working on like my 2025 goals, like working on what I want to do. I came into this year chilled. This particular 2024, I did not have plans when I entered this year. I refused to make plans. I said I just wanted to, be chilled. I traveled for my birthday, solo trip, took a vacation. I just chilled. Like that was how I entered the year, because like it was still like February, and stuff. But then right now, somewhere in between the year, I started my podcast YouTube, and there's been other things that I have done. I got my PMP, without like I said, I just came into the year coming in like that. But in the next year, I want to try. And I know if you've followed me for a while, like there's this time I did a vision board. I think that was when we're going to 2022. Yes, I had this vision board that I did, and I was looking at it recently, and almost all, like a lot of the things that I had on my vision board have shown up. And yeah, so I'm thinking I want to do the same for 2025, and I want to start planning from now, because why not? Like if I treat my life as a business, maybe I'll be successful. How about that? So yeah, let's go. Let's get the bag. That's what 2025 is about. And I hope you'll be here for that journey. So stay along, guys. Today, I just want to talk about, making, how do I want to simplify this? I just want to say this is a no shame zone. This is a no cringe zone. I was talking to, and yeah, a lot of my conversations today are going to I've been thinking about stuff, but I had a conversation. I was having another conversation with T. I've said her name like 5 times today, but it's true. I was having a conversation with T the other day, and we're just like talking about how she was sharing some experiences with me, and we're just saying how that sometimes you look back on things that you have done or where you're coming from, and you're like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, how was that even me? How did I not see what was wrong with my current situation at the time, or what was wrong with the way things were? And to be honest, like before we had that conversation, I had just had, like sometimes even when you do some things and you remember what you used to do as compared to what you're doing now, and you just cringe. Is like, how was that me? Like, how didn't I know? Growth, the good thing is that the fact that you know now means that you've grown. It means that you've gotten better. It means that they can't whine you again, right? Once bitten, twice shy. Yes, sometimes we don't learn the first time. Sometimes we don't even learn the 10th time. Sometimes even when we know, we still swim inside our foolishness, because it's what it is. The good thing is that we can give ourselves grace. We can tell ourselves that, it's okay. I am learning. One thing that I really, really think is that the realization of where I am is the most important thing. The day that you realize that this is where I am and I don't want to be here again is the day that you're good. Don't look back on your past experiences and cringe. Like sometimes I remember the things I did when I first started my job, and I was like, oh my God, I'm sure people were laughing at me, especially like this week I had a kickoff meeting for a project that started at work and it went really well. This week I had a training that like 20 people attended at work and it went well. And this would not have been me a year ago. Absolutely not. I would have died. Like I would have, in fact, I would probably have like done a lot of blunders or whatever. But the good thing is that even now that I'm feeling confident in myself about some things, I'll still look back. I'll still look back a year from now, 2 years from now, and I'll realize that I wasn't even close to doing it right. Because at every point that you look back on your life, there's something you have learned, there's something you have grown from, there's something that has gotten better. And when you look back on those situations that you were in and you're like, what was it about my mindset at the time that made me think it was okay to be in that place, or that made me think that, where I was okay? Don't look back on your past self with I don't know, the word that comes to mind is cringe. Don't cringe. Don't be ashamed. Don't beat yourself up. You know how you say, you sometimes look at like, I fuck up. Nah. It was okay. You just didn't know. It was your life at the time and it was fine. So I read Viola Davis's memoir one time, and she talked about I think it's called Finding Me. And she talked about how as an adult, she, of course it's a memoir, so she's having to recall and bring back a lot of childhood memories, and she had a tough childhood. She came from almost nothing. And it's always, I like reading memoirs, I like reading biographies. It's always a beautiful story when you read about how someone came to be. A lot of times I'm gonna deviate a little. I recently also watched a video where someone said when we saw Usain Bolt beat the world record, it's not the first time he beat the world record, right? He has done it severally before then he came and did it at the field. So yeah, she was talking about how um you have to, you know, kind of like embrace your childhood, your inner child. So it's the way I will like relate that information to what I'm saying is, for every time that you remember a time where you were not as good as now, or for every time that you remember a period where you were not as knowledgeable, where you weren't your best self, let's say, where you didn't show up as your best self, you need to stay in that moment and love that part of yourself that was not great. You need to hug that part of yourself that you don't think you were proud of. Because she talked about how, a lot of the feelings that she had as a child, she has had to sit with those feelings and just know that that was the best she could do at the time, and just embrace that little girl, embrace that person that's needed love, embrace that person that almost didn't know what she was doing, or that gave up a part of herself for next to nothing. Especially like as women, like a lot of times when we're younger, we give a lot of our love to men who don't deserve it. We give a lot of ourselves to friends who don't deserve it. Like I'm reading this book right now. It's called Speak Okinawa. It's a memoir as well by a lady who, I think she's American, she's mixed, her mom is Japanese from Okinawa and her dad is American. And she was talking about how, just in a bid to be accepted, she made friends with girls who literally called her, like literally would insult her, but she was just happy to have friends. Imagine putting yourself in that position, and just to be able to have people around you, literally the people you call your friends are calling you, like literally calling you names. I don't like racial slurs, and even like pairing her with the ugliest boys, even when the not so ugly ones are available, and saying, oh, she has to be with that guy, setting her up to, give people blowjobs and things like that. And she was young, and she accepted those things because she felt like, oh, she needed friends, right? She needed what she needed at the time. And I guess she did need what she needed, but as an adult now, she's writing about it, and it's kind of like cringe. Like, how was I able, or how was I comfortable allowing those kind of things in my life? And I know that sometimes, like, we think there's things like that we think about. Like, sometimes I remember not liking myself a lot when I was younger. I remember not liking the shoes I wore to school. I remember accepting, I remember then some of my friends would probably not be talking to me for whatever. There was this friend I had when I was in like grade 8. She won't talk to me for whatever stupid reason. She would, keep malice with me. And then I'll go and meet her and I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. What did I do to you? I will not do that right now in my life. Fuck off. Like that kind of thing. I can think back at it and just be like, why? Why? Who the hell did you think you were? But at the time in my life, I didn't know that. I felt like I needed her to be my friend for whatever reason. But yeah, I look back at that girl that needed a friend or that felt like I needed a friend, and I have to love her. I have to accept her as a me that I once was, but I'm no longer that person. And I'll look back on this time that I am at, and I'll also be grateful for growth. And I'll see things that I would probably want to cringe about, but it's okay. Don't cringe. Look back on that part of yourself that you're not so proud of and love that person. You were the most beautiful version of yourself then, and you are the most beautiful version of yourself now. And you still grow. There's so much more layers of you that is yet to be uncovered. So many more beautiful things that you're going to learn, so many more lessons. You're going to make so many more mistakes, and it's okay. You're going to fall in love with the wrong people still. It's okay. People will show you shaggy because human beings are they are what they are. They can't help themselves. Some people will be good, some people will be bad. As you come into life, just come into it with a good heart from a good space. And yeah, that's it. That's it. Guys, I wrote something. I always read something to you, but this time around it's not like something from the past. It's just like it's something I wrote about today's episode. And so I'm just going to read. I think I wrote this like, I can't remember now because I've added stuff to it. And this Apple Notes does not be iPhone, whatever. Notes, whenever you update the note, it shows you the new date. It doesn't show you the past date. But anyway, let me read to you what I wrote. I wrote, you ever remember something you did and cringe? Question mark. Like, do you ever remember something you did and cringe? No shame here. No one in that room is better than you. Grow and learn. Here's a no cringe zone. We remember our past mistakes with grace and love and gratitude. Thankful that now we know. Thankful for the time that has passed, enabling us to get to this realization. We do so many things because, oh well, that's what's expected. They will be happy if I, dot dot dot. Leave a little too. Even when you look back on today, you probably still feel the need to cringe because, oh well, you've grown yet again. And no, you wouldn't. You'll smile. You'll be gracious. You'll once again know that you've grown yet again. So every time that you look back on your younger self, no cringe zone, no shame. Look back on that person with love. Look back on that person with acceptance, with warmth. Forgive that person, you know? And yeah, that's what I got for you today. We're going to something that I didn't brush on was something I wrote here is like we do too many things because that's what's expected. That line came from a conversation that I was having with someone who I can't remember now. And yeah, I remember I was having a conversation with two people and we're like, you need to live for yourself. So how like a lot of times, even when we look back on that person that we used to be, and we real and then one thing I realize is that a lot of the things that we did that we're not really happy about is because you never did those things for yourself. You did them because you wanted to make someone else happy. You did them because you felt like that was what was expected of you. You did it because maybe you read somewhere that that's how it's supposed to be done, or that's what society expects, or your mom will be happy if you did this, or especially when you grow up, start to do things for yourself. It's kind of like more difficult when you're much younger. Like, oh yeah, you have to do things that are expected of you. But as you come into your adult self, as you come into, the beautiful young woman or man that you are, begin to do things for yourself. Begin to ask yourself, why do I do the things that I do? Am I happy with the things that I do? Am I happy with the way, with the way I move, with the way I organize myself, with the way I move, I act, with the way I, how I react towards things? Is that who I am, or is that who I am expected to be? Is that what I'm expected to be, or is that really, how I want to be? And then if you, at whatever point you realize yourself, it's okay to grow, it's okay to change. You're allowed. Don't stay stuck on, oh, this is how I am, or this is what I've always done, and so it's the best way. No, don't stay stuck on it. It's easy to move, it's easy to grow without apologies. Move from who you are to who you want to be. And even if people say, oh, yeah, you said this yesterday, unapologetically say, yes, that was yesterday. Today is today, and I'm a different person, and this is a new me, and it's okay. In philosophy, in 100 level of university, I learned something in philosophy. They said good is a definition of something that you do that doesn't hurt any other person. Generally, anything you do that does not directly hurt another person cannot be said to be a bad thing. A lot of, yeah, these days society has, or religion or whatever, some sort of morality has come into play, and good or bad is seen as different things. But if what you do does not directly bring harm to your neighbor, it's not necessarily a bad thing. So yeah, live life unapologetically. That's it. And so what are we grateful for today, guys? What are you thankful for? Tell me in the comments. It's not only me that'll be telling you what me I'm thankful for. You too. Tell me what you're thankful for. Like, you've had like a whole year. It's been, we're about to go into October, right? So you've had like a whole 9 months. What are you grateful for? If you think about stuff, if you look around yourself, like, what are the things that you want to say thank you for? Personally, today, I want to be thankful for friendships. I think that it's very easy to not well, for okay, let me rephrase. I want to be thankful for friendships. Yes. It's for me, I didn't always have it, like, find it easy to meet people and make friends, right? But when I was moving away from home and I was moving to another city, one thing I told myself was I was going to make efforts. I was going to put myself out there. I wasn't going to, I didn't move. If you go to school, it's easy to meet people at school. You definitely have to interact with people at your department level. You probably be giving group assignments and all of that shit. And so it probably might be easier for you to, like, interact with people. But today I want to be grateful for friends, the friends that I've made since I moved here. I have like a few people around me that I can actually say, oh yeah, these are my friends, and feel comfortable and feel good about it. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for new friends and for old friends too. People that have, made a difference in my life, and people that I'll think back on and never forget, because apparently I have this bad habit of never forgetting friends. So yeah. I'm grateful for that. I am grateful for books as well today. This book that I'm reading, I really like it. Like, she writes in first person. She writes, remembers things from the past, and then remembers things from the present. And it's kind of like, just like, in between short memories that she has, is how I feel like this book goes. So I really am thankful for books. The ability to read people's stories, and it gives me hope that one day I'll be able to write my own story. I always say that I'm going to write a book. I've been saying it, and like, very soon you see, I'll bring a book and say, oh yeah, guys, today I'm reading my own book. Anyway, what else am I grateful for? I am grateful for the ability to spend money on my hobbies. I think that, as much as sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I beat myself up about my spending habit, but I'm just grateful for availability, I would say. At least I have something to complain about. If I don't have money at all, I'll be like, I cannot be complaining about spending it, but at least if I'm spending money, it means that somehow, it's showing up. So I think I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that I can be a bit, you know, what's the word now? I don't know the word to use, but yeah, I'm sure thankful that I'm able to. I have there's an opportunity to kind of be lavish with my hobbies, I would say. Oh yeah, today I'm thankful for where I live. I'm thankful for my home. Um, it's very scattered right now. Like, if I picture it, it's very, very scattered. I like, my room is a whole mess. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful that, nobody is going to beat me and say I did not fold my clothes. I know. I know nobody's going to say, "Oh, I left something in their way." I'm very grateful that I have moments like this where I'm just like, you know what, the whole world can, the whole everywhere can be as it wants to be, and nobody's going to come and shout at me. It's not always going to be like this forever. In a short while now, I'll probably have to be considerate about where I fall, where I keep something. But until then, I'm thankful for these very moments. I'm happy. You know, I'll be happier in the future. But right now, I'm thankful. What else am I thankful for? I am thankful for work. I really am. I have moments and days where I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, where I feel like I don't even know, like, it's like I feel like everything is going to come crashing. But somehow it always sorts itself out. Maybe I should give myself more credit than I do, but I'm thankful that that sorts itself out when it does. One moment I always feel like, oh yeah, all my projects are happening at the same time and everything is going wrong at the same time. And the next moment I everything sorts itself out somehow. So I'm thankful. I'm also thankful for the ability to have goals. Like I was saying, like my 2025, I am starting to like set out goals for myself, things that I want to do. I'm hoping that by next year I should be able to say that I'm a licensed engineer. I should, a couple of things like that. I'm looking at new certifications that I probably want to do, because why not? So yeah, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the ability to dream. And yeah, what else am I thankful for? I am thankful for family. My mom recently retired after working 35 years in for the government. So I'm really grateful for her. I think that she set a really good example of, I wouldn't say a strong woman because I don't want to be that strong woman, right? But she set a good example for a goal getter. She has always been. I remember when my baby sister was younger, I used to follow my mom to school. My baby sister was maybe like 3 months or less than 3 months old, and I used to follow my mom to school with her so I can help my mom carry her while my mom is writing an exam or taking classes. And this was on Saturdays because on Monday to Fridays, she had a 9 to 5 where she leaves the house as early as 6 a.m., comes back as late as sometimes 9 p.m. Some days in between, like Tuesdays and Thursdays, we must go to evening service. We must go to church. And our church was not near the house. She would drive all the way. I don't know if you live in Lagos, let me tell you. She would drive from CMS to Satellite Town to come and pick us to go to Okota to go to church and come back. And she'll go to work the next day. Well, and then I was telling my friend today, I was having a conversation with a friend just before I came. My mom had 5 children via cesarean section. And in Nigeria, you only get a 3 months, you get 3 months maternity leave. So, and if I remember well, my mom has been working since she had my brother up until her last child. So she will have cesarean sections, have 3 months break, and go back to work. Ha, I don't know how she did it, but she did it. So today I'm grateful for my mom. I think she's an amazing human being. I don't want to be like her because me, I'm a soft girl. Nobody will do that to me. Mm-mm. So we thank God for the strong women before us that gave us morale. To be goal getters, absolutely. To be resilient, yes, but to do it for ourselves. We're not going to carry the world on top of our head because we want to be strong women. That's not, nobody brought it to this world to come and suffer. It's not suffering, no. She did not see it as suffering. I'm very sure she was happy. We bless God. So today, my gratitude is to her. I'm thankful for her. I don't know how many things I've been thankful for, guys. But today, that's on 10 things that I am grateful for. So I'm grateful for all that. I'm grateful for my moments. I'm grateful for the times that I take to stretch. I was at the gym yesterday sweating like a he goats, and it was good because I was able to do that. And my Benta is happy. She's here. You know how, let me tell you one thing, guys. Is if you're those kind of people that your friend can be your gym instructor, that's good. Me, I cannot do it. I'll be angry because why are you talking to me like that? The fact that I cannot go one more rep doesn't mean you should shout at me. So maybe, but So but yeah, so I'm grateful for the ability to work out, to be strong, to still be young, and be able to carry myself. So that's my gratitude for today. And before we go, guys, what are we affirming? Always, what are we saying to ourselves? And I try as much as possible that these moments of affirmations, as much as I say them here, I say them before I get here, I say them after I leave here. It's a part of my daily life. Sometimes take a moment, pause, breathe, center yourself. What are you thinking about? Even when you're stressed, when things don't seem to be going well, what are you thinking about? What are you telling yourself? What are you saying to yourself? What is the thing that you know that even if it doesn't look like it's your reality, you keep saying it until it becomes your reality, right? Um, for me today, I want to say, I think I wrote something out, so it's not from my head. I want to say today that I am comfortable making mistakes. I ask questions with an open mind to learn. I am continuously learning, constantly growing with love for myself and with graciousness. So I am constantly growing with love. I'm constantly gracious towards myself. I'm constantly telling myself that it's okay when I think back and I remember like things that, I'm not so proud of. I remember with love for myself. I remember with graciousness for myself. And I forgive myself and I keep growing. I keep learning. And yeah, keep affirming to myself, it is okay. It is okay. All right. Thank you guys for coming back. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do leave me a comment. I should share a link with you guys to where you can leave me anonymous voice messages if you want, and just say something, ask me anything about if you're experiencing something you want me to share a thought. I don't mind, no judgment. Like I said, none whatsoever in this space. You can leave me voice notes, you can leave me messages. I'll leave all of those links somewhere in the um whatever it's called. I'll leave it below. Yeah. So yes, thanks guys, and have an amazing weekend. Take care. Bye.